Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Welcome back to PS5 Nexus, where we dive into the latest news and trends in the world of gaming. Today, we're discussing a shocking development that's left fans reeling. Nintendo's Switch 2 is pricing itself out of the market, and Sony is taking advantage of this by raising the price of its own console. First off, let's talk about the Switch 2. When it was announced, many were excited to see what new features and capabilities Nintendo had in store for us. But now that we've seen some pre-order prices, it's clear that the machine is coming in at a pretty steep price point. We're talking €469 for the console alone, which is nearly €140 more than the original Switch when it launched back in 2017. And if that wasn't enough, Nintendo's also pricing up its games. According to pre-orders, some titles are going to cost up to €90, which is a significant increase from what we're used to seeing. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but wait, isn't this just part of the normal console life cycle? Well, not exactly. See, when consoles typically reach their midlife, you'd expect to see some price drops and discounts, but not necessarily a price increase. That's where Sony comes in, folks. They've announced that they're raising the price of their PS5 Digital Edition by 11%, taking it from €429 to €499.99. And I have to say, this is a big move for Sony. It's almost as if they're saying, hey, Nintendo just made a mistake, and now we get to take advantage of that. Now some people might be thinking, but what about the cost of inflation? Doesn't that affect console prices? Well, it's true that inflation does play a role in pricing, but it doesn't explain why Sony is raising its prices so sharply. And let's not forget, this is a console that was originally expected to launch at €499.99 back in 2020. So, what changed? It all comes down to the fact that Nintendo may have inadvertently given Sony an opportunity to adjust its pricing strategy. By positioning its Switch 2 in a slightly higher price bracket, they may have created an opening for Sony to raise its prices. And now, we're seeing the consequences of that decision. So, what's next for PS5 Nexus? Well, we'll continue to keep an eye on these developments and see how things play out. In the meantime, it's clear that console pricing is becoming increasingly complex, and consumers are bearing the brunt of it. Thanks for joining us, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more gaming news and analysis here at PS5 Nexus.